Spoon in it. Corporal Spoon. Is it Corporal Pride? Why, hello, hello, YouTube. That's me trying to howl there. So yeah, new week, new theme. So this week is Werewolf week. So we're going to be reviewing werewolf horror movies within that subgenre in our 31 days in the build up to Halloween. So it is day 13 now, so let's begin. So today I'm reviewing one of my favourite werewolf movies of all time, Dog Soldiers. So this is a supernatural action comedy where a group of soldiers are out on a military exercise with a rival group, but then they discover that there is a pack of werewolves in the area in the Scottish Highlands, and that the other team were aware of this but underestimated the numbering of these creatures. And they find one group leader, played by Cunningham, who is wounded, and then they find a young woman there who is also, they then take refuge in a cottage, only to find that it's the werewolves' house, and then they stand their grounds and they fight these werewolves with the ammo they've acquired, and also, fight these creatures without any fear, with a ton of witty banter and a ton of manly action. I made that sound a bit gay, but you know what I mean. Testosterone fueled action where they fight these werewolves head on, and yeah, we get a lot of that in there. So what did I like about this film? So first of all, this movie just has everything I could ask for in an action movie with werewolves. We got soldiers, we got Sean Pertwee leading the group with Kevin Mckidd playing Cooper, and we also get Liam Cunningham, who plays a bit of an antagonistic role. And also, at the beginning of the movie we see a couple camping out in the Scottish Highlands, and in typical horror cliche fashion, they basically know their lambs to the slaughter, and they get killed. One of them though does have a silver letter cut opener, but hesitates to use it. Also, around the beginning, Cooper is getting trained for this to be part of what's Liam Cunningham's character called? Richard Ryan's squad, but refuses to shoot a dog and doesn't get in. But then we see that these werewolves are in the area, as I explained the plot, and we even get this young woman in it named what's her name? Megan, who appears to be a nature expert and knows about these werewolves, but then in a big twist, she turns out to be one of them too, and also, the Lycans. She lets them in. I like that big twist. I mean, it's no news to me anymore, but I still like that scene where we see her eyes go gold and her fangs, and then they kill her before she has a chance to change. Also, we do have a transformation scene in this where Ryan does, he has wounds, but then throughout the film he rapidly heals up and becomes a werewolf. And we don't see him on screen transform. We see him go under the table, where we hear his bones breaking and his body changing, kind of like how they do it to an American Werewolf. And then we see him in wolf form. I like the werewolves in this. The werewolves stand up tall with big wolf heads, and writer-director Neil Marshall got ballet dancers to be these werewolves, because he thought with ballet dancers they had this graceful move about them which he liked. So yeah. Also, the werewolves are done practically. There's no CGI, there's no digital effects. These werewolves are practical and animatronic, which again I loved. These are one of the best werewolves I've seen in a horror movie in so long. And also, I like the comical banter as well the soldiers do. There's even a bit where one of the soldiers is physically sick on one of them, and he's like, "You incompetent moron!" And he's like, "I can really do a kebab." Another one of the soldiers, other than Cooper and Wells, I love, Spoon in it. Corporal Spoon. Is it Corporal Private Spoon? Who goes out in one scene to get the wolves' attentions, and he's like, "Alright then, you bastards, come and have a go if you think you're hard enough." That's a funny scene to me. And also, later on in the film when he meets his demise, he actually comes face to face with one of these wolves, out of ammo. He just starts throwing stuff at them and gets a knife and starts jabbing at it, and then at one point puts his fists up and boxes the wolf, knocking a tooth out, and then just jabs at it, smacks it with a frying pan until he gets outnumbered. And even when he's about to meet his maker, he just tells the werewolf, "I hope I give you the shit you fucking wimp," and spits in its mouth before being devoured. He takes it like a man. He really does take it like a man, and I've got to hand it to him. He puts up one hell of a fight, and I love that scene. It's hilarious, and it is gory, but it is a fun scene. Of course, we do get one survivor, Cooper, who survives at the end, and also a dog. There's a dog in this, and it's the wolf's, the pack's dog, but the dog survives. The dog is unharmed. So don't worry, dog lovers, it's fine. I also thought the cinematography was great. The location was just good. The whole set and everything, and the werewolves, the fact that they could see in the dark, and how they always hid in the woods like an unseen enemy. It was even funny because there's one bit where one of the soldiers as well goes to the werewolves, "See stick, fetch," and the wolf ain't biting. There's even another bit where they're firing ammo and one of the werewolves takes the gun off it and fires back. I mean, that's a funny scene too. There's just so much funny stuff in this film, and we eventually see that this family of werewolves, this pack, have bodies hidden within the cellar of their house after they blow it up in the finale. We even get a quote to one of the werewolves, like Ryan, when he's fully transformed and Cooper manages to stab him with the silver letter cutter we see at the beginning, and just does that. "I think it's all over." "It is now," and blows his head off. Yeah. And then at the end we even get the football results, because one of the soldiers is a football fan and he's missing the football due to this exercise that turns into a fight for survival. There's even a surgery scene where Sean Pertwee's character Wells is injured, and they tend to his wounds and they get him pissed. That's a funny scene. He's going, "Hit me!" and they Cooper knocks him out. Oh, it's just a fun film. If you love witty banter and British humour, you will love this film, because this has a ton of British humour in there. Some people might not pick up on it as quickly as I do, but yeah, I've loved this film for the last 20 years now, and Neil Marshall's writing and directing is just spot on. Neil Marshall, of course, later on in the decade will give us another horror film, The Descent, which, of course, is also set within the same universe as Dog Soldiers. Yeah, there's even a bit in The Descent where we see a werewolf head in the movie, and, you know, even Neil Marshall has confirmed that they are set in the same universe, you know, The Descent and Dog Soldiers. But this was, I believe, his first big feature film, and, you know, what a way to start it. You know, this guy knows his werewolves, and even the actors playing werewolves, or the ballet dancers playing the werewolves, were great in this. And, you know, we even get to see the football results as the credits roll. We even get to see photos, because at one bit there, you know, at one bit, Megan is just taking photos of the werewolves, flashing them in the face with a camera. And then also in the film, you sort of think, why is she not wanting to hurt these creatures? Why? She's up to something, and we find out she's actually part of the pack. But, yeah, this film is like 104 minutes. And I could watch this film all the time. In fact, all the times I've watched this movie, I've not got bored with it. I have watched it and I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I still enjoy the hell out of it to this day. And it is one of the films that made me fall in love with werewolves. That and An American Werewolf in London. So, Dog Soldiers, you know, best werewolf movie to me that I could ask for. Brit horror and that. You know, it's just a group of soldiers, you know, not, you know, it's just full on fun, you know, horror action. So anyway, ratings. What am I going to rate this film? I will give Dog Soldiers a massive, you know, it's a massive 5 from me. 5 stars out of 5 for, you know, Dog Soldiers. I enjoy the hell out of it. Great film. Yeah. I thought I'd start the Werewolf week off with a bang. So there you go. So there's my review for today. Have you seen it? Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Do you like it? Do you not like it? I love it, me. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. So you can watch all of 31 so far as well on the channel. And like I said before, be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. So yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Until next time, you know, until then, don't have nightmares.